Think about other kinds of events where this same approach could be used to help you gain a greater understanding of the impact on workplaces and on people. Continuity of operations planning for a pandemic influenza, or a major natural gas leak, or a power grid failure, or for a community experiencing a large number of mass layoffs. These approaches are needed to gain greater insight for planning and investment decision-making.
Over the last year since the tornado disaster of February 5, 2008, a new disaster has developed in Mississippi. Mississippi LMI data as of March 2009 shows a decrease of 38,000 jobs from 1 year ago. Perhaps the analysis of the overlapping interstate workforce impacts, such as were utilized during the tornado disaster in February 2008, would benefit the unemployment recovery efforts of many cooperative regions. Now let's briefly discuss a situation with interpretation of data regarding workforce trends and the impact it had on manufacturing industry employment.
All right, let's get started, Bruce.
Interpreting workforce data is a vital service to many facets of our complex society. The Local Employment Dynamics (LED) program, and in particular the quarterly workforce indicators, allow local workforce investment boards to better plan and implement services using merged data collected from administrative sources, censuses, and surveys. The LED information is based on state wage and unemployment records submitted each quarter, combined with current demographic information. But as with any subjective data analysis, workforce indicators can be incorrectly interpreted when used in isolation.
Maine, like the rest of the country, has faced declining manufacturing employment for some time now. About two years ago now, the Board of Directors of the Maine Manufacturing Association paid a little visit to our office, and we had a conversation about the data that we were reporting on decline in manufacturing. They indicated to us that as a result of us talking about declining manufacturing, their opportunities for getting training programs developed and getting more responsiveness from the community college and the vocational training system was being impaired by the data that we're putting out. And rather than running the other way, we listened very attentively to what the board members had to say and said, look, what can we do to help, and how can we work with you to at least pay more attention to manufacturing employment? That caused us to pay more attention and look more deeply and look beyond the aggregate numbers on manufacturing and examine more closely subsectors in manufacturing. And through that analysis, we came to the realization that not all manufacturing employment was alike.
Human factors, attrition, etc., must be taken into account when interpreting workforce information. Just as historical housing data during this housing crisis and recession does not apply currently, employment trend decisions based on quarterly indicators must only be a part of the analysis. Another key part of vital workforce data analysis must be communication with the stakeholders, the business partners. Responsible analysis demands that the data indicators are reviewed with business partners. Talk to the people who are living the numbers to find out the real story.
In fact, there were certain sectors of manufacturing where there was in effect evidence of some job additions and job growth. We also looked more closely at some of the subsectors and discovered that through the use of the LED that there was a significant amount of quarterly hiring going on, younger workers being hired at relatively high wages, and so that caused us to really be a lot more specific and precise in terms of how we went about analyzing the manufacturing sector. So what started off as, in effect, somewhat of a confrontational situation, we've turned into a situation of collaboration and have had the opportunity to, in effect, show data in a different light and cause much more in the way of collaboration on an ongoing basis to occur now between our shop and the Maine Manufacturing Association.
Labor market intelligence data, when properly interpreted and combined with unique collaborations, clear communications, and innovative solutions, provide the strategic value that will make the difference in the speed of the recovery of our great nation.